Never. I have never seen my hair do this. I did not change any products. I did not. I did do one thing different. I did a few things differently, but there was no particular change in like what I. They're so cute, cute little curls. When I tell you I have never before seen my hair do that, I'm not kidding. Even when I had length to my hair, I could never get definition like that. And I would see all of these, persons on YouTube showing their curl definition. And I would think, and they would say 4C. And I'm like, sis, 4C hair does not do that. Forgive my ignorance. Um, and I learned an important lesson with that. Just because something is not your experience does not mean that it can't happen or that it's not true. So for the longest, I just wrote it off as my hair texture, my curl. I can't do that. And I do have to admit, there are parts of my hair is 4C, but there are parts where the texture is a little bit different. The front of my hair that is much more exposed to a lot of manipulation. I did find it harder to get the curl pattern that I saw. But how did I do that? First, so those of you who know the whole story, my natural hair journey really is starting over. It's not starting over, but it's a restart to the journey, a new chapter to the journey after getting my hair cut off. And I had a blow dry in for about 3 weeks. And then I was so scared to wash my hair because the experience that I had at the salon where I got my hair cut off had left me. I was still shaken up about it. I didn't even realize how shaken up I still was about it. And I was expecting, man, I'm going to wash my hair and my hair is just going to fall out in clumps. I was just having these weird thoughts. Anyway, I washed my hair, like cleansed it. It is important. Uh, I feel like this is a whole nother video, but I'm realizing that it is really important to start when you're working with your hair to start on fresh, clean hair, especially if you use a lot of products in your hair and so forth. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from COVID. Especially if you use a lot of products in your hair, it's good to cleanse your scalp and cleanse your hair. After that, I mixed a conditioner with castor oil. I did a hot oil treatment, but I warmed up the conditioner with castor oil and honey and coconut oil. Just warmed it up on the stove, put that all through my hair, put on a plastic bag from Walmart, put that on my head. I took my towel, threw it in the dryer for like 10 minutes or so, just got it hot. And then I put that in my hair and I did stuff around the house for like an hour or so. And then I rinsed that out. And then now this is the part you don't have to do this. I just chose to do this because I work from home. I'm a homemaker. I don't have anywhere to go. I was also sick with COVID, so I wasn't going anywhere. But you can actually still do it, even if you have to go out. If you wrap your hair up, I did an egg and avocado and castor oil and honey mask. Put that in my hair from Monday, Tuesday, and I rinsed it out on Wednesday. So I had that sitting on my head for a while. I did not make it drippy, so it was not runny or anything. I was able to sleep in it. I was very comfortable with it. And then Wednesday morning, I rinsed that out with cold water. Cold water, that's so important. By the way, I highly recommend this book, The Science of Black Hair. I am learning so much about natural hair. and how our hair structure works. Because when you understand it, it makes a little bit more sense as to why you start washing your hair with warm water to raise the cuticles, and then why you rinse, or you end your wash day with cold water to lay the cuticles down. So I rinsed with cold water, sprayed apple cider vinegar, and then rinse that out with cold water. And then I proceeded to twist up my hair. It was so soft, so manageable. I was afraid that I would get a lot of tangles, and I didn't. Because I was so used to getting a lot of knots in my hair when I had the length, and just because I did not understand what was happening. As you will probably see in one of the clips, my hair used to be extremely tangled even after I washed it. And this time I did not have that issue. And the only thing that I used in my hair was my regular leave-in that I have used for maybe actually maybe 2 years that I've used that leave-in conditioner just to help lock in the moisture. Because I just used to use oil, but my hair used to dry out a lot. So I introduced a leave-in. And some persons do, you can do your own DIY leave-in conditioner. I did the leave-in, spritz the section with water, apply the leave-in, and apply castor oil, and you work that into the hair. And you see, you have the curl definition. But I realized that what really made the difference is that process, cleansing your hair, conditioning, moisturizing. I did the avocado mask and rinsed that off with cold water, and the apple cider vinegar really, really helped tremendously. Now, what does this have to do with faith? I realized that my soul tends to get so dry when I go through seasons where I am not spending that time in God's word like I should. Listen, if you notice, and you can check your soul, when you're feeling dry, when you are not, your relationship with the Lord is not where it should be. And I find that soaking in God's word and that soaking in his presence, man, it works wonders, just like letting that avocado mask just sit and just marinate, letting my hair marinate in that. And we need to let our souls marinate in God's presence, right? But it's so important for us to learn to slow down, turn off all of the noises. Like, God is constantly speaking, but we can't hear him because we are just so busy. So learn to slow down every day. Start your day off by opening God's word and slowing down and prayerfully asking the Holy Spirit, what do you want me to learn from your word? Show me, as it says in Psalm 51 and Psalm 139, show me in my heart any wickedness and lead me in the path everlasting. In Luke 10:38-42, it tells the story of Mary and Martha, where Martha just cumbered about, just busy. And she's like, Jesus, I'm here doing all this stuff, and my sister is just sitting down at your feet, just listening. Tell her, come and help me. And Jesus was like, Martha, you're worried about so much. And Mary has found the most important thing. One thing is needful. Mary has found that, and that will not be taken away from her. And what was that? It was that soaking in of the presence of Jesus. When was the last time you did that? Not just a once in a blue moon thing. If you want your soul to be strong in the Lord, if you want your faith to be grounded in Jesus Christ, if you want to be able to withstand when tough times come in this life, because man, life is hard. We have to develop the discipline of learning to be still in God's presence and letting our hearts and our minds, letting our soul just take in his word. And so your Bible, that's your conditioner for your soul, okay? Prayer, not just asking God for your list of wants. That is important. That is good to do too. But it is worshiping him, telling him what you adore about him, what you love about him. telling him what you love about him and just learning more about Jesus. And so, listen, the same way that I wrongfully did not think that my curl pattern could be so defined, I think for a lot of us, that's how it is with our soul. Like we think, oh, my faith can't be that strong. I can't have that kind of relationship with the Lord because that's just not me. That's for simply kind of holy people in the Bible. That's for the reformers and all of those sorts of people. And because we think that, we never even attempt to experience that kind of relationship with the Lord. The same way it is with our hair. I used to think the same thing. Oh, my hair can't grow to grow lengths like that. And so what happens? We don't try. And even though like I knew that, I was like, oh, my hair can't, have that curl pattern. And well, yeah, I was proven wrong. So unless you've tried something, don't write yourself off from it. So that's just a little word of encouragement today. I just pray after this video, don't watch any more videos. Just stop and go and seek the Lord. If you've never done it before, just being open with that. Lord, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start in your word, but I want to have a real intimate relationship with Jesus Christ. And I promise you, the Holy Spirit will lead you. Later on, I'm going to be announcing I have several, online groups for like Bible study and hair course talking about my faith info. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But I do hope that encourages